Saturday, January 11th, 1628. Oh wait, that's the time. And we're on the Pinebook Pro. And on top of the Pinebook Pro, we have the Raspberry Pi 4B, and it's in this fancy enclosure. And today, we're going to be installing Rasbian. So I'm on the website. I've downloaded the Rasbian Buster Lite. I've then extracted it with the extractor tool, the X whatever tool, X archiver. So we got it sitting there in a desktop, or the downloads folder. And I ran a lsblk command to find out the name of the micro SD card. We've navigated to the downloads folder, checked that the file is extracted, and now I've run a sudo dd if of command, and I'm going to click enter. Oops. 64M. Let's just see if it runs like that. And there we go. We're going to flash the image. 64 with a uppercase M. Much faster. So we've got the Pinebook Pro, and we're in my buddy's house. And I've got a TV with HDMI. I've got his Raspberry. I have the appropriate HDMI adapter, a little dongulator for my Logitech keyboard wireless mouse combo deal, flash drive with some stuff on it, and I do have a 3 amp USB-C power supply available, but the cord is from where I'm at right there, a little too far. I'm actually going to use a power bank with a USB-C cable for this, so I'm going to get it connected up. Now when plugging this in, you got to make sure that if you only have one monitor, you plug into HDMI 0 first. Is this USB superposition? No, it's just tight. Oh! Let's power it up. Fan has come on. It's blinking the lights. Oh, we're probably on the wrong input. VJ, DVI, HDMI. I have to restart. We shall see. I don't see. Oh, there we go. Raspberry Pi 4B starting up. Oh, we're also going to plug into the internets. There we go. Pi, Raspberry. And we're in like a hacker. First we need to do an update. So sudo apt-get update. It's going to do that for a little bit. Now it's January of 2020 and we had downloaded this just today. But it said it was from September as the download, so we're just going to see if there's any upgrades available. There's something. We're going to go ahead and do that. Whoop. And we'll come back when it's finished. Little note about the RPC bind something or rather being disabled for security purposes. I'll just let you know about that. Gratuitous heat sinking. Just so you can see all the heat sinks. I ran the locale command and I see that language is missing and we're set to Great Britain for all of these things. I'm in America and I know that that will cause my keyboard to have pound issues. I'll get the pound like $1 in over there. I want an octothorpe, the square thingy. That's what that's called. And I'm using the GitHub for Retropie with the manual installation as my guide for how to walk through this. So I'm not doing anything special. Just follow the guide. So we're going to run rasbi config. Oh, I got a sudo. Here's a little trick for you. You can type sudo, bang bang, exclamation, exclamation is what that is. And it'll run the last command with the sudo command. Localization options. Change the locale. And we will select the Americas. What is Americas? I will find it. EN, US, UTF-8. And also UTF, EN, US, 8. Now, emulation station is a memory hog. So we have to go to the advanced options and do the memory split. And we're going to max it out, 256. And do we have to do anything else in here? Nothing else, but we do have to restart. Yes. Reboot. Oh, the 4 doesn't seem to have the big rainbow thing. Maybe it's only when you power cycle it completely. So we got to get. Oh, I got to sudo the right way. Well, after Raspberry Piing, now we can sudo. The long, stable branch of the law. I have created a folder, and I've gone into it, and I'm going to git clone to a depth of, that's supposed to be depth of 1. Depth of 1, and then we're going to get the Retropie setup stuff.git. We got it, we go into it, we chmod it, and then we run it. Standard greeting and warning. And we're going to do a basic install. Do the thing. Doing the thing. We're back to the basic install. I'll click that again. I thought it already did this. Already up to date. Ozone. Stuff. Installing. Ooh, Moopin. It's installing all the emulators. Oh. It just keeps dumping us back here. So we're just going to reboot. All right. Are you sure you want to reboot? Yes. Gotta log back into the Raspberry. So I think I've missed a step. No steps missed. I just need to run it manually. It's not set to auto boot yet. So here we are. Welcome. And I have my Super Nintendo that I've got here. So I'm going to configure this device. So it says hold a button. Sega Virtual. Yeah, because this has got a, crap. I hit the wrong button. How do I go back? F4 to quit. So I quit and I came back. So I'm going to do this again. Hold down any button. And then I'm going to do D-pad up, down, and left and right. Start, select. You get the idea. When we get to the buttons that we don't have, we just hold down the button and it skips it. So we just run through all these. How nice of them. I forgot to, on the last one, select the select button for the hotkey. And so I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I do want that. And here we are out in Retropie land. So I'm going to go over to let's see. I need to find out what the IP address is so that I can upload my ROMs. Oop, I hit the wrong button. Show my IP. .192.168.100.164. So over on the Pinebook, I'm going to install, git install FileZilla. Rock is the password. Get that. Run that. Yep, sure, whatever. And host 192.168. I've already forgotten. 100.164. User is Pi. Password is Raspberry. And we click quick connect, and I believe that should just work. Yes. Could not connect, so we'll just plug in port 21 and try it again. Establish a new connection, yes. Trying again. What did I do wrong? Oh, we forgot to enable it. So go to Rasbi config, and then, did you notice I have to use this when I'm over there? Now I can use the keyboard. I'm going to go into interfacing options and enable SSH. And that will allow us to connect to SSH and finish. Back over here, we're going to use port 22 instead because it's not FTP, it's SFTP. We have to go in and say, yes, trust the thing. And then we can see the structure of the Pi. And so you got to know where to put things in the stuff. Very technical answer there. I believe, oh, there's 2 Retropie folders. Retropie ROMs. So this is where you put your open source games in. So I have some Super Nintendo games that are homebrewed. Is it Super Nintendo or Nintendo? So I'm going over to my own website, jaronhavel.com, clicking on my installation instructions for the Raspberry Pi 3, scrolling down to the ROMs. And so I'm going to get 2048 because I know that worked well. And then from NES World, another open source game, Blade Buster. So I've downloaded, I've extracted them, even though some of the emulators probably run just fine. I know an LZH file right over there is a Nintendo file, so I'm going to navigate down into the Pi Retropie ROMs folder and find Nintendo right up there. I'm going to just drag it over to the Nintendo. Woo! Touchpad on the left hand. Woo! This makes for great TV. I'm going to do the same for all the rest. Just to test that theory, I'm going to grab the 2048 as a zip file and bring that over to the NES folder. All right, so we have 2 N64, 2 Nintendo games, a Super Nintendo game, and I'm going to try this Dexinoid one. Not sure if it will actually work, but we'll give that a try too. So we've got our games, they've transferred. So we're going to go back to here. We're going to have to reboot the thing. So I'm going to go down and quit with the A button and restart emulation station. Yeah. All right, here we go. So let's start off with something simple. Nintendo, let's see if 2048's there. 2048 as a zip file is there. Oh, I need speakers. So we had to upgrade to a TV, much, much larger. And a refresh rate and a not so good pixel count. But it's better for games, you know? Pi, Raspberry, and then we launch emulation station. It's not on my list. EMULATION Bingo bongo. Checked signal cable. That's got to get out of the way. Oh, it's the Marching Ants channel. We're going to reboot this one more time. Somehow plugging it in again and restarting it fixed the issue. Pi, Raspberry. Rebooting your thing like that all the time would eventually corrupt your SD card. This is how we shut it down normally. You quit, and then you shut down the system using your controller. How do I go back? All right, let's try some games. I'm going to play 2048. It's launching. Are you excited? I know you're not excited, but viewers, are you excited? Button mash until you get it right. There we go. Yeah! You're used to playing this like, you know, as a bored adult on your phone, possibly a bored teenager in the back of like study hall or something. I'm not very good at this. So 2048 works great. I forgot to set the macro, so I can't get out of this without restarting it. So I'm going to SSH in and fix the configuration file while I'm in there. And I'm using that same video that the guy showed for the N64 controller and my other Retropie setup. And I'm going to do that by modifying the file in Retropie config all RetroArch autoconfig. So we SSH to Pi at the IP address, punch in the password, accept the things, navigate to the configuration folder, and then we're gonna see there's something here. So this is the controller, even though it's for me, this has actually got a teensy inside of it, and it's an original Super Nintendo controller. So I programmed it myself, did the soldering. So it's a Sega. So I'm just gonna sudo nano the Sega controller. And inside here, I'm going to make a few tiny little tweaks. Input menu toggle button equals 8 is what I put in there. And then we're going to save that. Oh, I think I still need to restart it. Well, fortunately, I have a SSH tunnel, so I can just restart it from here. Sudo shutdown -r. It's going to shut down in a minute. Oh, it just showed the Raspberry. So it's back up, but just quickly before I get back into there, I'm going to go and run the setup again for Retropie. Oops, hidden down deep in the folders that I created. Run that setup again. And in here, scroll down to Config Tools, and then I'm going to set it to automatically start. I just saw it, auto start. There it is. And then start emulation station at boot. And now it's going to reboot. Oh, oops. Start emulation station at boot. Yep. And then let's get out of here. And back. And reboot. Did it do the thing? It does the thing! Boot up. And there we go, automatic start. All right, so now that setting should be enabled so I can launch that game again. Oh, that's not what I want. I want a Nintendo game. Anything will do. Christmas Craze, why not? Oh, and I got the quick menu. Oops. So I actually want to go, I hit the buttons together. That's exactly what that's supposed to do. So when you're playing a game, let's just check it out. Got a prize. Okay, I can't play this with one hand. So I'm just going to hold down both these buttons and it brings up the menu. And then I can... now, why can't I... Oh my. Struggling here. So I'm going to go down to, where's the, there we go. Restart the game, or I can do something like, is there other stuff that I can do in here? I'm able to restart the game. We could close the content, which closes the game. And then there was a way to get back. Quit emulation, quit RetroArch. So I think I have to actually go back and reassign that in the actual menu on startup. So let me go to the game. Other settings. Configure input. Yes, we're going to do that again. And this time I will set the bottom one. There it is. Hotkey enable. Select. And there we go. Restart emulation station. And we're good to rock. All right, now it works a little bit better. So if I hold the select and the X, I get the menu. And then inside here, I can click close content and it works the way I expect it to. And then you get back out. You hit the B button and you can quit RetroArch and get back into emulation station and run the next thing. And that is how you install Retropie using the help of a Pinebook Pro, your neighbor's TV, and a Raspberry Pi 4B Plus. Subscribe.